a game, but it is absolutely not, okay? This is the energy supplement from Just Move Supplements. That's right. It's damn near all gone, girl. And that's because I had to get that energy up so I can complete the workout, so I can give y'all this body, this transformation, get into it, okay? And I'm done working out now, so that's why we're moving on to the protein shake. Oh yes, it's already in there, girl. It's already made right here. This is the mixture of the banana pudding, the chocolate cake, and the buttercream cupcake. And you really want to be fancy, you can go ahead and add that blueberry muffin if that's what you want to do, girl. But for me, it's these three right here, okay? You put that with some almond milk, you mix it all up in honey, okay? Your muscles have gained life, new energy, agility. Get into it, okay? Just Move Supplements. Thank you very much. Hold up, Chief. Okay, don't forget about that TLC NutriBurst to get that multivitamin power, because we all need a little extra. And child, if you want that sea moss that go down smooth, don't come up rough, okay? Get into the TLC Nautica sea moss. Yes, get that from me. And child, if your stomach hurt and you need to move some things around so you can be free, okay, go ahead and get that ISO tea down below in the description box. Get it all from me. Come on in, come on in, come on in, not come on in, not come. Sorry, y'all know I'm weird, whatever.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. So let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video, right?
What it is. Hi everybody. What's going on, my people? Hi. Hi. I see all the blue hearts. That's what's up. It's all love. It's my birthday week. I'm super excited about it. Okay, listen. It's vibey. It's super duper duper vibey. Okay. I finally got my rug for this room, and I'm like sitting in the middle of the room so that the rug will lay. But it has blue in it. I'm super duper excited about it. Okay, coordinate. I know y'all can't see because of the placement, but once it's laid, I can push the desk back and go back to where I was before. But I'm on it so that it can flatten out and I don't ruffle the edge of the rug or whatever. But anyway, y'all, in my life, yes, it is Gemini season. Yes. Okay, who's about to turn 34? She is, her, me in the third person, obnoxiously. Okay. Hi. Listen, I'm super duper excited just because if I'm not, who will be, bitch? Okay, like if it's not me, who's it gonna be? It's my birthday. So yeah, whatever's gonna happen, I'm super duper excited. I'm happy to be here, and this is Weekends on Own, and we're about to get into some things. Okay, I have opinions about a lot of things. Y'all know this how I do. Okay, so before we even really get into it, girl, let me make sure that I tell everybody to check out my website, BondyBlueShow.com. I have exclusive content over there. We are constantly trying to improve the website. We are. But ultimately, you guys, support. You don't have to pay. Okay. You don't have to, but it'd be nice. You know what I'm saying? But you don't have to. But y'all know YouTube is getting better, but YouTube can be a little temperamental every now and again. Things happen, people. Things happen on YouTube. And I don't like the feeling. I do this for a living now. So I just want to have my own shit. Thank you, babe. Thank you. So I would thoroughly and greatly appreciate if you do nothing else for you to go to BondyBlueShow.com and become a little member. You know what I'm saying? Just become a little member. You know what I'm saying? Just a little member. It's not a big deal. Just so I feel safe. Okay, thanks. But let's go ahead and get into put a ring on it. Now, I feel like I'm going to do call-in, but y'all, I've been getting slow. Okay, so y'all know, like I said, birthday week. Whoa, been doing a lot. So if I don't make it, okay, I don't know. So I'm not gonna say right now it's gonna be a call-in, but I know by the time we get to the end of this video, we're gonna talk about some things considering love and marriage Huntsville, because I really would like to get a few opinions off my chest. It's not gonna be a full review because you gotta be a member for the full review, which I've already done. Okay. But I feel like I can express just some highlights quickly, and maybe I'll have a few callers depending on how I feel. Because, like I said, been doing the most. Have two workouts to get done. Okay. I'm doing 2 a days, and I don't know why. All right. So, Kenneth. You guys, Kenneth's so cute. Okay, look, he's just so cute. His little dimples, little crazy ass. Look at him. Okay, he doesn't like that Shorty is downplaying him and his efforts to lead in front of these people. He wants her to stop playing with him in front of them like that. Okay, everyone is like going on repeat dates, either their partner that they're already talking to or somebody in the past. Like, and I mean, like, not their partner. One of the dates that they're currently dating. Okay, you still have no clothes on? If you're gonna be walking around in the background um and singing in the background. Okay, so yes, everyone is going on repeat dates, either their the current dates or previous dates. Fonzo wants to go on another date with Tanisha, whatever her name was. Y'all know, little cute in her booty shorts, her with the ponytail, cute, flirty. Oh my god, you don't want to feed me? Her. He's going on another date with her. Shay wants to go on another date with Asar because she acted a plum ass fool the first time they went on a date. So now maybe she can leave a better impression on that nice man who was also giving, you want to be my drug dealer girlfriend vibes. Like that's what it was giving. Come on, girl. You want to be my drug dealer girlfriend? Come over here. You know what I'm saying? He probably doesn't do that because that's so, 2000. But it's 2020, so maybe he's into some other shit, you know what I'm saying? But either way, it's still the vibe, it's the energy, right? You know what I'm saying? Like muscles, tight teeth, money, little bitty braids and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like short nigga that look like he could fight type energy. Charlie is going on a date with Chris. Again, y'all know that's Odell Beckham Jr. And Otis is going on a second date with Cherie. She was the one that was giving big titties and I can have your children as we lay Shirley Murdoch tease. You know what I'm saying? Like it was giving come lay in the cushion of my bosom, old toxic ass nigga. Like that's what it was giving. Kenneth is going on another date with Myasia because he is trying to piss Shorty off. And Shorty is going on another date with Tavy because who else is there? Okay. And of course, Kenneth's upset. Thank you, K-Rup, for the super chat. Happy birthday, boom boom. Thank you. Y'all know the birthday is when is the birthday? Thursday. Thursday. Thank you. Y'all, my boobs. Hold up. Ugh. Pulling this thing. Feel like I look crooked. Okay. Okay. Anyway. Thank you for that. It was given a little like soft tinted as we laid titties and thighs. You know what I'm saying? Like with soft big hair. Like come lay in my comfortable cold house and get this work and then get a sandwich on the way out the door. Like that's what it was given. Okay, we should have gave up the cost, but instead we got lost in the second, in the minute, in the hour. Hey, as we look, I had to give it to y'all, but I was gonna back away from the mic so I could give the full effect. But anyway, Kenneth and Shorty talk. She says everything that she says triggers him. And this is where we are at with it, y'all. So I want y'all to understand where I'm coming from. I recognize that Shorty says things that people may perceive as harsh, but this is what I want y'all to question. Is what she is saying true? That's what I want us to question. That's what I want us to ask ourselves. Because I feel like if Kenneth had the wherewithal, the mindset to take pictures of her credit card statements, her bank statements, to go online and talk shit about her on her job, on her job's Facebook page. Like if he has the time to do those types of things, number one, does he have a job? Number two, is he really paying most of the bills? Do we really believe that? Because I don't believe that. I think anytime he says anything like that, he's lying, first of all. So is it the truth? And if it's the truth, Love and Marriage Huntsville is paid content. Paid content. So there is, I know it's confusing for y'all. It says member exclusive. That's for members, Regular exclusive is just for everybody that comes to the site. The most recent Love and Marriage Huntsville has not been uploaded to the site yet, but the link is in the forum. The link is in Discord. The link is on Patreon. The link is on YouTube. If you are a member on any of my venues, I have posted it and pinned it on those venues. Okay, so yeah, if you're a member, you should be able to find it. But yes, back to Shorty and Kenneth. My whole thing is that I do understand women have a tendency to not show care in the way they talk to men when they don't care about those men anymore. But I feel like when the man has been taking such huge advantage of the woman, and she can't physically pick him up and put him outside of her apartment, and she doesn't want to call the police on him, I just feel like, does she really want to be with him like that? Or is this an escape route, first of all? Second of all, obviously, Shorty shows some signs of toxicity and wanting to have a certain amount of control in her relationship, therefore not choosing to be with a man on her same level, because those men are extremely hard to deal with. Anytime they are with a woman, they want that woman to play backseat, to play, background to their foreground when they have money, when they are in the spotlight. They want a woman that's going to be sitting at home waiting for them, like DJ Quick and them. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want y'all women to be at home while y'all are out being masters of the universe. And when a woman feels like she's a master of the universe, she may want a man that's more so at home. But we need for him not to be so toxic. We need for him also to do his part. And that needs to be more than cooking, because it's not, see, Kenneth isn't genuine. And that's another thing she said during their conversation, because he was like, what do you want from me? She was like, I want you to be genuine. He's not genuine, meaning he can't provide emotional support. And that's the thing that men most of the time do not account for, because they don't have a lot of emotional intelligence. So they don't even realize what they get from relationships with women. When women don't provide money, they also provide emotional support, which is why you're so upset now that she's no longer providing you with emotional support. Okay? But you can't provide that. All you know how to do is cook. You think you're providing emotional support by saying you're her biggest fan, but then you get on her job's Facebook page and say negative things about her in public. Those things contradict. So yes, I do feel like the words that Shorty used when she says that this man wants a woman out of his league, y'all can perceive that as harsh. Absolutely. But I don't like when people call the truth bashing, because it's hard to hear. It's not bashing if it's true, and if it's not being wielded in a nasty way. Meaning she could be calling him a fucking loser. She could be calling him a bum laying on her sofa. Okay? She could be calling him a trick that tried to scam her. Okay? She could be saying a whole bunch of shit that would be nasty and bashing. All she's saying is, you want something that you can't provide. You lied to me about what you could provide. We know he does that because we saw him do that on a date with Myasia. The first date, he lied to her about what he had. Oh, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm in between jobs. I'm a workaholic. How you a workaholic and every time we see you, you in the kitchen? Would you work at her kitchen? Is there a job at Shorty's kitchen? Did I miss it? I don't know. I don't know. But what I am going to say is that the truth hurts. But if it's the truth, change it. Don't be mad at the messenger. Change it. I also feel like, I don't know if it's as simple as, I really do feel like there's a level of obsession, there's a level of control, there's a level of fear. Like, as much as everybody thinks that Shorty is just like wielding all of this power in the relationship, I think there's a level of fear that she has of him. And I think he has created the space for that fear in a number of ways. So for everybody to like sit here and like, I don't know, act like we're not seeing some type of Lifetime movie situation, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that, because it just seems like, what about next episode? You see him with the alcohol and the bags under his eyes and shit. Okay? Won't be in the confessionals and then put all this concealer under your eyes. We see you in the scene and you're looking like somebody that be down there at the corner. Okay? He kept saying he a food blogger, but I never saw any food blog. And what did he put up on YouTube, y'all? What did he put up on YouTube? A whole bunch of little videos of him and her. It wasn't videos of him cooking like that. And he could have been doing that. As soon as this show aired, that nigga could have been online that night cooking something and talking about what happened on the show. Did he do that? No. You know why? Because he doesn't have the mindset he claims he has. It's disingenuous. Everybody that has seen that YouTube page feels like that shit is creepy. Everybody. And for us to ignore that huge part of their situation, I think it is fuck, it's disingenuous. And I'm not gonna do that. Okay. So if we want to sit up here and act like, this lady is so terrible because she tells him the truth of their situation, I think a lot of the time she's saying it the way she's saying it in hopes that he will leave. I think she's trying to push him away and it's not working. And then everybody's like, well, why you just don't leave him? It's like, bitch, it's my apartment. What I'm gonna leave my apartment for? Okay. And do y'all really feel like her putting his bags outside is gonna go over well? You know what I'm saying? Like she had to get away and find a new place the last time, and he waited outside the job. I'm just saying, like, I feel like, is it really as simple as she needs to just leave him alone? Like, is it really that simple? And I feel like I don't think it is. I don't think it is. And I think we're giving Kenneth more credit than we really should. But into the conversation that they had, he says it's her level of respect. She gonna watch how she talked to him, okay? And her tone. And I was just like, girl, what? Okay. I'm a serious face. Okay, Kenneth. Yeah, no, she needs to get a restraining order. I absolutely agree. And I feel like, you know how it take people time? And sometimes it also take people looking at themselves. I'm giving out hope that Shorty is just trying to like get her bearings with this situation. But I still feel like I'm not about to sit up here and act like this nigga don't look like he just leeching off of her. And that was the plan from the very beginning. And that's the reason why he's still there. It doesn't really have anything to do with her as much as it is that he doesn't want to leave. So that's why he's still there. Okay. But look, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Okay. And listen, I know y'all feel like there must be an option out there, and I'm sure there is. But y'all know how, like I said, it take people time to come to the conclusion. It take people time to really, understand it, because y'all are forgetting. I bet y'all any money that man, when they are in a good place, is dicking her down. Everybody always neglects the dicking of the down, okay? Whenever you dicking somebody down, or whenever you are toxic in a relationship, but you give such care and reverence in sex, it is very hard for women to be real with themselves about the situation. It is what it is. And he seemed like the type to be, like, what else does he have going on? Okay. That's all he could possibly be doing in there. Like, that's all the niggas doing in there. And that's why they keep going back and forth. And she don't know if she wants somebody else to have him, because I think that, you know what I'm saying? I think it's giving grade A peen. I think it's giving, okay, get that dick 10, like, I think it's on that level. I mean, can we come up with any other option as to why she would be dealing with this shit from this crazy ass nigga? Like, girl, hashtag P matters. It does. And that's the problem. That's the problem. It makes it hard not to go anywhere. I'm just saying. I am just saying. Anyway, y'all. She says that's a two-way street for sure. And he's like, no, I don't talk to you like that. And he, in fact, was talking to her like that. We have heard him talk to her disrespectfully before. Okay. She wants him to be present and participate in a real way. He's always asking to postpone conversations, but he never comes back to have the conversation. Then he says that he doesn't want to participate in this activity. I was just like, nigga, calm down. Right? Perfect time. Yeah, he's doing a lot to like assert himself, and it's not real. And that's what we're feeling. Okay, Kenneth is sucking the life force out of Shorty. Girl, go and get your protective order. I really do think she should. I really do. I think that's what this is going to require. And I almost feel like she feels sorry for him, so she doesn't want to do that. I think a lot of times the women feel like they should just be able to walk away, but it's not that simple. And then they feel like, well, should I get a protective order? I don't know if I want to do all that. Like that's really how they're gonna think about it, even though it's exactly what they should do. Y'all, I don't know what it is. I don't know. I mean, but yeah, we know what it is. It's mind control. It is a in fact a form of mind control. What happens in abusive relationships. So, let's not act like people be all like people be having good sense when they're in these situations, because they don't. They don't. And I'm saying the dick is a part of it. Okay. Um, but yes, I don't like the fact that he never wants to have conversations. It's the same thing with Drew and Ralph. A lot of you men, I don't know what y'all think, but women need like emotional validation. We need to feel like the issue is being solved. And y'all think y'all can just kind of glaze over things and never really give emotional resolve when there's conflict, y'all. And that's weird. I need for y'all to understand that. Men, listen to me. I know this is so hard for y'all, but as y'all get older, y'all are going to have to become more emotionally intelligent in order to maintain relationships with the women that you choose to marry. Like, a lot of y'all think that because y'all get with younger women that y'all are never going to have to give in that capacity, but that's not, no. Like, all women, if you're with a woman between the ages of 27 and 36, I bet you any money she's going to start requiring more of you during that time, because that's when she realizes that, oh shit, I'm seeing shit a little bit more clearly. I understand myself a little bit better. Now I feel like I understand what I need and what I want. Now I have to get the courage to communicate that to my spouse. Okay, I get the courage, I communicate that to my spouse. How does my spouse react? They say that they're going to handle it, but they never really do. And then whenever I try to have conversations about it, they shut me down and make it seem as if I'm not appreciating their efforts because I still need resolve in an area that they don't want to deal with. Like, it's the same thing with Monique and Chris, like on Love and Marriage DC. Like, I don't understand why that's so hard for everybody to understand, that men often like hide and run from creating stronger emotional connection with their women when that is what their women need. Like, it's very weird to me. And it makes me feel like a lot of you women in relationships really don't go beyond, like, I don't know what y'all require in y'all relationships over time, but it seems as if you're too scared to require more. And when you see other women requiring more of their spouses and asking for that more, you have some negative reaction, like they shouldn't be able to do that. And it's like, well, no, that's how relationships go. We tell each other what we need and we try to work it out. And that's how you stay in the relationship, because everybody changes in their feelings and their needs and how they view themselves and how they view the world. All of that shit is changing over time. The whole thing about being in a relationship is changing and growing together. That's not happening in this relationship. It's not happening. It's not happening. Ralph, Marcel, Kenneth, listen. And I'm telling y'all because I want y'all to start paying attention to the fact that is in this society with Black men, that is what we create when we don't hold them accountable. You create a space where they don't feel like they have to do anything other than what is being expected. And sometimes they don't even have to do that. Sometimes they ain't even got to do that. And you need to just be cool with it, because you need to just be happy that you got a man, right? That's how a lot of y'all feel. And it's so funny. I see comments. It was blowing me this weekend. We're going to get back into Kenneth and Shorty, but I'm on a roll, so fuck with me. It was blowing me, the comments that I was seeing from some women about Monique and her relationship with Chris. It was alarming to me because it really comes off like y'all are jealous of the fact that Monique was able to get a man like that. So you see her on TV with this man feeling like, I wish I had me a man like that, and she over there complaining. Meanwhile, you have no idea what it's like to emotionally be involved in a relationship with somebody who can financially provide but emotionally can't give you anything. At least not really. They can show up, but there's a disconnect emotionally. Anybody that's watching the show and don't see it is because they don't have an emotional intelligence enough to recognize it. But anybody that's watching it, they can see what's happening here. Okay. And it's honestly normal. It's an issue that we have. It's an issue we have in the community. It's an issue that we have with men, between men and women, is this disconnect in being able to bond deeper emotionally. A lot of men don't know how to connect their mental to their emotions like that in order to express it. And that is how you create like the bond that is emotionally like reinvigorating, or however you say that word, because I'm fucking up right now, but I'm on a roll. Fuck with me. Okay. You want to revitalize the relationship? Have an issue and then sit down with each other and be bluntly honest about how you feel and watch the relationship grow from that space. Like, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't want to be honest. Y'all want to just act like everything is okay. And I also don't like the attitude that, like, you know, like Monique said, women aren't allowed to complain. Because as soon as they complain, what do y'all say? She bashing her husband on the show. She's bashing Kenneth. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are going to say, whenever a woman is saying, hey, I need more, I need you to do something different, I need something, it turns into y'all are bashing, you know? Yeah, okay. And see, it's only been 2 episodes. So the fact that people have such a strong opinion about Monique, I feel like y'all are just already on a certain energy. So as it pertains to the issues that we're actually talking about, y'all don't really have any connection, because y'all are talking about everything but what we're actually talking about. Oh, she's performative. It's a reality show. Like, it's a reality show. I don't know what performative means on a reality show. Like, it's a reality show. It's a TV show. It is to entertain. And I feel like a lot of people misunderstand the people pleasing thing. You know, like it's a thing. It's a thing to constantly want to please people and be on top of things and be like perfect. Like, that's a real thing for people, and y'all perceive it a certain way, but that's just that lady personality. Like, it is what it is. I think the problem is her delivery. Both Kenny and Shorty are controlling. And see, that's what I wonder. What do y'all mean? Y'all say delivery. What is it supposed to sound like then? Because never in there did she add any extra. She just said, you want women out of your league, which is, and I think that was a really great assessment of him, because think about it, y'all. Do y'all really think that Kenneth isn't interested in those other young women that he was on a date with just because he's so into Shorty? Or do those other women not fit the criteria of a woman that would be able to provide the lifestyle he likes to live with Shorty? All of those women were sexually attractive. All of those women were young. All of those women were not older. You know what I'm saying? Because I think it's very hard to find an older woman that will go out on a date with Kenneth and not be able to clock how immature and fake he is. So yes, I am looking at Shorty like, sis, the deep rooted, the deep rooted help that you need in order for you not to be able to be able, you couldn't see that he was fugazi when you met him? Because I feel like if they were to bring another 40 or 50-year-old woman to go on a date with Kenneth, she would probably be able to read through a lot of his, performativeness. Since, we're saying people are performative. Kenneth is performative in the way he deals with women. You know what I'm saying? When men can't take the truth, they think it's bashing. That's how I feel. Because I feel like everybody's talking about Shorty's delivery, and it's like, I don't know what y'all feel is negative delivery, because I feel like that's not it. Like, she's not saying anything where it's like, you're a loser, you ain't shit, like, you know what I'm saying, your mama ain't shit, you ain't gonna never be shit. Like, she's not saying those types of things to him, and to me, that's bashing. And I've heard women talk down on men like that. So that's why I don't really understand what the tone is supposed to sound like. I think it doesn't matter the tone. What she's saying is the issue. And you don't like what she's saying because it doesn't fit the picture that you want to be promoted. But at the end of the day, I think a lot of women are saying the same thing. We're not lying for you anymore. If you don't do these things, you don't do these things. And if you want to do those things, if you want to be seen as someone that provides, then go out there and fucking provide. But I'm not going to lie for your image. Did y'all not hear Martell Holt get up there on Carlos King's show and try to chastise Dr. Heavenly because she did not protect his image? How about you be the image you're trying to project instead of relying on other people outside of yourself to protect the image that is not real while we're on reality TV? Listen, Linda. Hold on, let me read some of y'all comments. I agree, Bondi. Kenneth was attracted to all of his dates. Kenneth doesn't want to start over with someone else when he put all the work into finesse Shorty. I need y'all to understand something. He's a scammer. He's a scammer. He's a scammer. He's a scammer. Scamming on these hoes. Scamming on these hoes. He be scamming, 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 scamming on these hoes. Scamming on these hoes. Don't get scammed, scam, 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 scam. Oh my God. Oh my God. He's interested in them other women, but they don't have the financials. It is what it is. It is what it is. I love y'all. All right. So let's continue on. But I did want to also point out that, you know, you don't want to have the conversations to resolve the issues. Like, come on. And he's talking to her like she's stupid. I don't want to rehash the same shit. I want to move on. What part of that you don't understand? It's like, sir, we know that you often feel mentally inferior to this woman unless you are manipulating her into providing for you, because that's the master manipulation, right? But calm down. Like, you don't have to talk to her like that. Like, it's okay. Like, you can chill out. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what sacrifices he's made, but I would love for him to tell me what sacrifices he's made. Does anybody, like, do we understand at all? Like, what sacrifices are we talking about? Come talk to me. I want to know. What are the sacrifices, sir? Okay. He asked what he can do for her. And she said, stop lying and don't give a fake apology to shut her up. Stop misleading her that he is going to change his behavior when he really doesn't believe it's wrong. So I was like, okay, so you just assess the fuck out of him. Y'all, that's exactly what it is. That's what she said. She said, stop being fake and stop apologizing for shit that you don't even think you're wrong for. Y'all, do you know how scammy that is? To tell somebody, oh, I'm sorry for taking pictures of your bank statements and your credit card statements and not really mean it. What's going on? You still gonna get po' boys?
Yeah, man. I got a lot of po' boys. What you want?
I want a ham and cheese dress.
Dress?
Yeah. Sorry, y'all.
Screwdriver.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know. You and your calf muscles. I do. Ooh.
Girl, you stupid.
I'm serious. Thank you, DeQuasia. All these couples are exhausting, so watching is like racing on a hamster wheel with them with no ways of getting off. They say, hey, Mr. Larry, thank you, DeQuasia. He said, whoa, what's happening? Okay. Yeah, I know. I want to po' boys so bad. I don't even like getting ham and cheese po' boys all the time, but I love, like, when they be good, they be rolling. Okay, when they be good, they be rolling. Anyway, Fonzo goes on a date with Tanisha. She is flirting. She wants him to stop thinking about Shay. Like, stop thinking about Shay. Okay. Get into the temptation. Okay. And he was like, during therapy, he learned from the error of his ways and all of this. And I was just kind of like, Cat. And she was like, you are such a great guy because you're not giving into temptation. You're not trying to give me that zig. Oh my God, you are such a good guy. I'm going to try so much harder to take your dick. Oh my God. women like her, where he getting you from? I think he might go to Manhattan. I think he might go to Manhattan. But where should he go? On this side, Yanni. I'm sorry, y'all. Having conversations and shit like y'all know what we talking about. All right, I'm sorry, y'all. But yeah, fine Zoe and old girl. Like, oh, girl, calm down. Yeah, 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 yeah. She real thirsty for a baller. That's what it's giving. It's giving, I'm thirsty for a baller. Like, all you gotta do is let me wrap your all on your and it's gonna be like like, and I take your man whenever I feel like it. It's not a third rubber. It's a damn promise from me to you. Your sex life's through. If you get another lover, I'll take him too. All I have to do is say a rhyme or two. He'll hop and leave you like a kangaroo. Like, that's what she was doing. That's what she was. Oh yeah, but you know the City Girls version. I just don't know their version like that because I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's one of those songs that it doesn't matter that you remade it. The original one is always the one we're gonna go to. Kind of like when Jacquees tried to redo Brownstones "If You Love Me." Mm-mm. Every time I hear it, play Brownstone. Shooba-dooba-doop. Scooby-Doo. Yeah, yeah, Scooby-Doo my ass right over the Brownstones version of this song, boy. Okay. Anyway, but yeah, she was trying hard. Men lucky looks don't matter to some women. I mean, listen, it depends on the type of man you like. If you like a bald, chocolate, bearded, nice skin, nice teeth, you know what I'm saying? Money smelling good, fat nigga who dick poke out a little bit further than his stomach, then he's a vibe, I suppose. He gives BDE and not just about the money. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna hope it sticks out more than his stomach. We're gonna pray. Okay, we're gonna throw that his way. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately it's still giving good skin, good teeth, moisturization. You know what I'm saying? It's giving I take care of myself. Like it's still giving, what a lot of the young girls find attractive these days. You know what I'm saying? All right. So I ain't gonna do him like that. You know, but these niggas are lucky that we don't have specific body types that we require of them the way they require of us. Wouldn't it be so nice if if you niggas didn't feel like y'all were attractive unless y'all had a six pack? The way y'all do with women and having small waists and big old asses. Mm. Mm. We ain't gonna get into it because y'all like to come at me about what I tell y'all about the BBLs, and y'all like to conflate issues, and y'all like to make me out to be the bad guy because I just want y'all to be healthy and I don't want y'all to risk y'all lives for a fucking fad. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm fucked up. You know what I'm saying? It's me. That's all right. Please, by all means, cut yourself up like a winter turkey, bitch. Do what you do. All right. Listen, I'll still make content about the shows that warn people. Okay. And when y'all get on them shows, y'all holler at me and I'll come interview y'all. Y'all found the way. Y'all found the way when I told y'all that y'all was being lazy. I wasn't talking to everybody, but y'all, you hit dogs will holler. All of us aren't lazy. Didn't say all. Didn't say all at all. If it don't apply, you know what you can do? Whoosh, let it fly. That's not what you did, though. That's not what you did. You wanted to at me. All right, girl. Do you? All right. You know what I'm saying? Um, I ain't trying to judge you, girl. Do you? I don't even give a fuck. Okay, because listen. Okay, I don't give a fuck what you do with yours, because I know what I'm gonna do with mine. Okay, listen. But yeah, Fonzo's a great guy. Kenneth went on a date with Maya Asia. He says he downplayed the date for Shorty the first time, so now he really want to get into it. He laying it on thick as fuck. Okay, he talks about moving to Louisiana. I mean, moving from Louisiana to Atlanta back in the day. It was hard, but it was one of the best decisions that his mom could have made for them. He has so many other opportunities that we have not seen him take advantage of. We haven't seen you take advantage of the access that Atlanta has provided. Oh no, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Okay. No, you're right. You're right. Atlanta opens you up to a richer caliber of woman. Atlanta opens you up to a caliber of woman that can really get you in some good clubs, can get you, access to some nice celebrities, can even get you on a motherfucking reality show. In New Orleans, in Louisiana, that wasn't gonna happen. You might get you with a nice hard-working woman and get you a nice little house on, in Slidell on somebody, little man-made lake or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all to have a nice little life. You would be comfortable living off her, but you would have to work. Because see, the girls down here in Louisiana, listen, you gonna do something. You gonna cut grass, you gonna sell rocks. What you gonna do? But nigga, I bet you any money. You know what I'm saying? The New Orleans girls that's got those good jobs with benefits in those nice houses that you would have been, the little slide in for, the little nigga looking to be taken care of for, the little young thing coming to get a meat. You still would have had to procure some money in that situation because New Orleans girls don't play that shit. There's too many hustles out here for you to be coming to me asking me for money all the fucking time. Okay, listen, these niggas gonna be out here some type of way finding money, even if it's giving dick to a young girl and getting the money from her. Like, yo, New Orleans people be on some other shit. I'm sorry. But yeah, I feel like that's what Kenneth is on. Kenneth is like, there's a better caliber of woman to take advantage of in Atlanta. And it is what it is. Right. It's in New Orleans, like specifically Louisiana, Baton Rouge, the women that are like shorty, you really not like, I don't normally see those men without jobs. Those men work on plants. Those men work out in the water. Like I don't normally see women like shorty with men that don't have jobs. Even if they do have a young man, and they're gonna have a job and it's gonna have good benefits. Okay, and she probably got him the job, but it don't matter. He gonna have one. He gonna be sitting on her sofa sweaty at the end of the day. Okay, and she gonna come in work and put her Louis Vuitton bag down on her purse. Hey, baby, how you doing? Okay, but that nigga gonna be in sweat somewhere. He just got home maybe 30 minutes before her. Okay, listen, look, from what I see, I'm telling y'all what I see out here. So no, he definitely made off real good in Atlanta with the girls that's gonna put you in the Skyline apartment and let you live off them while they work down to the radio station, for sure. But he was laying it on thick with Myasia. And to me, it was so disingenuous because we knew he was doing it purposefully to upset Shorty. And then he asking her, "Oh, you trying to snatch my soul, huh? You trying to do all this, huh? See, like, stop. I can't stand when niggas do all that. You know that fake fugazi ass shit, running that game thick and hard. You can't do that on me." Okay, you can't do that on me. I'm asking about real shit. What's going on? Okay, what are you doing for a living these days? How do you make your money? What? Where did you go to school? Who are your parents? You have both of them, just one? How's your mom? What's she do? What's your relationship like with her? Do you resent your dad for not being there? What happened? Girl, like, listen, bitch. If I was single at this age, these niggas would be sick of me because I would not. I need all of this discussed day one. You ain't gonna surprise me on date number 5 with some toxic nigga trait you was hiding real good until you had a bad conversation with your mama that morning. Okay. So, what else happened? Otis goes wine tasting with Cherie. She wanted him to open up more. You know what I'm saying? She was trying to get him to get a little loosey goosey, get a little drink. Okay. They talk about traveling. It was still all surface level to me. She asked how he feels about Charlie going on these dates. And I feel like one of the other women had already asked him that, and he said the same thing. And we know that that's a lie. Okay. We know that that's a lie. Okay. About him only caring if the men are respectful. He doesn't care about that, y'all. He doesn't care if they're respectful. I don't know why he says that shit. Honestly, Otis is a very precarious ass dude to me because I feel like you must be showing some type of emotion or some type of warmth towards Charlie. I don't see it. I don't see it with other women. So I'm guessing it must happen in private, which is what fucks Charlie's head up. he's one of those, because there are men like that. You don't ever see them show any real care or emotion or warmth with anybody but the woman that they decide that they want to sink their teeth into. And I say that because it's not always about them loving those women. It's really about them just finding those women to be an object of obsession in some capacity, like something to acquire, something to best. You know what I'm saying? Like it's almost like they feel like getting that woman is a sign of their own strength. You know what I'm saying? Which can be true. But the way he doesn't even show real connection with anybody else, it just makes me wonder what his motives are for being so like tunnel vision on Charlie, even though he's going on these other dates. Even when he messaged that other girl, there was nothing in that that felt like he was doing that because he wanted to cheat on her. It doesn't feel like that. It all feels like things he's doing to control how she feels. And it just makes me wonder, what is his connection to her? Like, like, can you explain to me in a healthy way why you love Charlie? Like, what you love about Charlie? Like, can you explain that to us in a real way? Because something about it just feels sinister. Something about it feels sinister. Otis not as fine as I initially thought. No personality. Otis has a very scary calmness I don't like. Like behind closed doors, he raises hell. Yay, I love when I catch a BondyBlue live. I'm glad you're almost finished this review. Can't wait to hear you on the next show. Oh, I know. I'm trying to get through it, but we in this bitch caking. Otis portion date was very surface level. It was. Otis showed his true colors and on the very first episode when he threw away those flowers and made her eat leftovers while he cooked for only. I'm telling y'all, that shit would, and I feel like ever since then he's been trying to make sure he doesn't show that part of himself again. And I will never forget that. I feel like there are some things that are just indicative of the type of person that somebody is. And if you give them a chance to show you that over and over again, that's your business. But I see it as a sign that they're not healthy for anybody. They need to go handle their own shit in order for them to be healthy for another person. There are certain people that you just can't be in a healthy relationship with, y'all. They don't have the capacity. You could love them, they could love you, but they just toxic and they don't know how to love in a healthy manner. And you got to let them go. It is what it is. Love them from afar, What else happened? Okay, so Charlie talks to Chris and she wants to know if he feels that she's weak because Otis said that he says he just doesn't want you. So, I'm sorry. I'm reading the notes all weird. Okay, so yeah, y'all know that Otis was like, oh, he probably want to take you from me because he views you as weak. Anybody with sense knows that doesn't make sense. That's not how men think. Now, what he probably thought he was conveying was that, he thought that you were easily manipulated, meaning it, you could just be taken from me because you're gullible like that. Like that might have been what he meant, or you're loose like that. You can be procured easily. It doesn't take much to impress you, so you can just be taken. Like he may have meant that. Either way, it was offensive. It doesn't even matter. It was offensive. And I feel like you said it to hurt her. I don't think you said it because you really think another man would view her as weak and that's why he would want her. No, another man would view her as beautiful, intelligent, and valuable. Therefore, he would want to have her for himself. Like most men, when they see beautiful women, especially once they get to know them and realize they're smart and they're on their shit, most men respond in kind to women that they are attracted to and that are impressive. Like that's usually how this goes. So the idea that she could be weak because another man found her attractive enough to want to take her from you when you're on a show that is literally hit it or quit it, okay? Marry it or leave it alone, okay? So there's an option for you not to be in the picture already on the table. So him saying that if she wanted to move on like Maya, he would be waiting to pick her up in the car, okay? Silk the shock of this motherfucker, okay? Waiting, okay? Like it's a situation. And I think a lot of you men don't realize that. I don't know what you're thinking, but you can get stole on if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. You do recognize that, right? That whole idea that a woman isn't doing what she's supposed to be doing, so that's why a man cheats. Why do y'all let that live but don't realize that that can also be true for women? Hello. Anyway, so moving on from there, Chris basically told her, like, he said that because he wanted to make sure that you didn't go on another date with me. Like, he says he wouldn't be attracted to a weak person. He says whenever she figure out her situation, she know how to reach him. Okay. Meaning we all got each other phone numbers, nigga. Everybody got each other phone numbers. Shorty goes on another date with Tavy. I want to say Tavi, but it's Tavy. They discuss her learning that she isn't as respectful of Kenneth as she should be, and her desire to control and put expectations on people have led her to here. And she needs to level up instead of trying to fix Kenneth. She needs to work on herself. I'm glad all of those things were true. All of those things were true. I think your fear of finding someone on your level because of maybe what you've been through in the past and how men like to control, you felt the need to have control in your relationship. So I think you purposefully picked a younger man, but you were hoping that he would still have his shit together. But if you're making more money than him, then you still are in somewhat of a more controlling position. So I feel like it's not all Shorty's fault. Let's be clear. He lied to her. And it's okay for you to be with someone who doesn't make as much money than you. It's a whole nother thing when that person is intending to live off of you. And they didn't tell you that that's what they wanted to do. They told you they wanted to work and they wanted to have their own and they wanted to be an entrepreneur. And then they came and laid up under you and they saved a dime cents. I think, situations are a little different. But I do think that once she knew what the truth was, she thought she could fix him, like a lot of young women do. And you're too old for that shit. So you absolutely need to get some therapy and fix yourself. Okay. But that girl talking like she don't want to, she's talking like this relationship is over, y'all. I think the relationship is over. I think we're keeping up pretenses for the show. And I think in real life, you love somebody, you're sexually attracted to them, y'all have that bond, that chemistry, you go back and forth. I think some days it's like, I'm definitely leaving this nigga, and then other days they do something that reminds you why you love them or why you're digmatized in the first place, and then it gets a little harder to remember why you're trying to leave, and then they get, y'all get into an argument over something stupid and you're reminded all over again. That's real life. Okay. So, the idea that she's supposed to be 100% ready to go this entire time, I don't think that's realistic. Shay meets with the SAR at the honey candle place, which was super cute. She apologizes when he gets there and says that she could have handled the situation very differently, and she appreciated him for trying to control the situation the way he did. Because y'all know Fonzo was just gonna keep smiling and laughing like a fucking idiot. I mean, that's what you do, Fonzo. That's what you do. You could stand to be a bit more assertive in situations like this, but I believe you do that because you like when she does that. Okay. But either way, it was a lot of flirting and laughing and a lot of him saying he could be that boy, you know what I'm saying, and all of that type of shit. Let's see. She says if she breaks up with Fonzo, she will focus on herself, but Asar seems like a good dude. Okay. Everyone meets with Dr. Nicole. Shay and Fonzo are better. That's what they say. He learned he can fight temptation because he went on one date with that girl and didn't fuck her. As if life is over and there's no other options ever again. All right, let's do it. Come on. Y'all want to do it? Let's do it. Sorry, Bondi. It was 85% Shorty's fault because she is 40. And soon as that ninja lied, she should have cut it off. And after stealing the financial info, she should have ended it and continued to date Tavy. Okay, let's break that down. So I don't know why you're apologizing to me. I said it wasn't completely her fault because it's not. And you putting it into percentages, 85%, like I don't care. Like y'all do too much to try to make it the woman's fault. Like and to me, that's what this feels like to me. I've already said that she should have dropped him, and that obviously means that she needs to work on herself. So it kind of like annoys me when y'all act like y'all are saying something in opposition to what I'm saying, when I literally just said that she should have dropped him, and because she didn't, she needs to go and work on herself, and she needs to figure out what her issues are, but it's not completely her fault. Okay, so don't sorry Bondi me because we're not in disagreement. Okay, all right, all right. I okay, like and everybody else that agrees. Okay, so let's press on. Shorty says that Tavy is great, but it's not making her want to jump ship. She's not hopeful, but doesn't know if she wants to give up. Kenneth said Myasia was happy to see him. It felt good for her to be all on him like she was and to feel appreciated and all of that shit. I'm like, yeah, because you ain't took pictures of her bank statements yet, nigga. It all feels good when it's new. Okay, until you show yourself to be somebody that's trying to destroy that lead, and then she'll figure out he's not that great. Kenneth, see, women will end up thinking that because a man has another woman that wants to be with him, or period, if he has another woman, that means that he must be somebody to take because he got another woman. No, it's not always that way. Kenneth wanted to hurt Shorty with the way he went on his date with Myasia. He admits that. He wanted to act like he wasn't in a relationship. She says he may find himself not in a relationship. I'm like, yeah, that's where it needs to go. Pretty much, my girl. That's where it needs to be. Shorty says that she's happy he's being honest about having a good time, because before it didn't seem like he wanted to be honest about it. I feel like, girl, that's not how you really feel. That's not how you really feel. But you can tell us later on whenever you feel up to it, because right now you look depleted. Charlie gets to tell everyone that Chris didn't think she was weak. Y'all know she say she knew she wasn't weak, and she didn't need for another man to tell her that she wasn't weak. But at the end of the day, girl, she wanted us to know she in fact was not weak. I don't remember what Otis said because it was nothing. Everyone wants to focus on their partner this week except Charlie, who wants a closure date with Chris. A closure date, girl. A closure date. Oh, neither Otis nor I see the point of that if we're calling it a closure date. Now, if we're calling it a moment to, go and see about little Odell Beckham dick, like, then by all means, my girl, branch out. branch out, branch out, branch out. I have definitely seen Kenneth's YouTube page and I have talked about it. Right. How the fuck is she 25% responsible for him lying? Child, I just felt like that was a lot. I felt like that was a lot. I feel like that said more than what you thought it said. It feels to me that we want to find a way to blame the woman. The only thing that she's to blame for is not leaving as soon as she should have left. Like outside of that, y'all gonna act like y'all don't be out here trying to save these ain't shit ass niggas? Is that what we doing in the chat? We acting like we ain't never tried to save ain't shit ass nigga? Oh, all right. All right. I'm just giving the lady a little bit of grace. That's all. That's all. Just a little bit of grace. That's it. But I feel like I was saying the same thing. We're not disagreeing. I don't know why it gotta be the sorry Bondi thing. Like I'm like, not disagreeing. I don't disagree with that. You know what I'm saying? But 85%, bitch, come on. Come on, I mean, we doing a lot. We doing a lot. We doing a lot. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and I feel like I'm giving y'all the best I got in this motherfucker, so please do me a favor. Stupid. Anyway, Odell is toxic D too. Ooh, it does look like it, right? But see, this is why y'all have to learn. Just go get the dick. Just get the dick and leave the nigga. Get the dick. Leave the nigga. You know what I'm saying? All these hoes ain't to be wifed. I want y'all to know. All these niggas are not to be husband. Okay? Don't husband these ass. Do you hear me? Do not husband these ass. Okay? You just take them and leave. Okay? Y'all, Men have not been completely wrong. We just have to do these same things. Compartmentalize, women, compartmentalize. Okay. Just dropping it while my boss is off today. Marcel and Tisha deserve an Oscar for that. Oh, girl, that that's one of the main things I got issues with. Delilah spirit men are not husband material. They are not. They are not. Okay. Devontae spirit having it. That's this Devontae spirit. Don't that sound like I was trying to think about a name that sounds just as sexually alluring as Delilah for a man? And I feel like for Black women, it's giving Devontae's. Okay, even Devontae or Devontae's. It doesn't even matter. Either one. Okay, Devontae is giving Delilah energy, the male version, meaning I cometh with big dick and veins to ruin your life. Okay. I use my bodily control. Okay. I use my dick game to procure your energy. To procure your energy. Okay. And I leave you with nothing. Okay. Not Devontae from Jodeci. Other people are named Devontae, y'all. Okay. But it just gives toxic dick. Like, don't that give like Devontae? Come on. Devontae gives toxic dick. And I'm not talking about specifically Devontae. I'm talking about the name, y'all. The name. You can spell it with an A. You can spell it with an E. You can spell it with an O. You can spell it with a T. Okay? Listen. Devontae sang. Don't make me do it. It does go perfect. It does. That's the name. So it's Delilah energy for women and Devontae energy for these. Okay? I'm sure there's a white boy version of this. Okay? Probably a Brad, right? The white boys are the Brads. What are the Latinos? Like what? Hector? I feel like, I don't know. I feel like Hector is one of, a stereotypical name for, a Latino. So yeah, because I think every ethnicity, you know what I'm saying, every version has their version of this. Okay, at least in most ones connected to some Black people. Girl, not Luis. Not Luis. This is Carlos. Yes, no. The toxic white dick is definitely giving Brad, Chad, Connor. I can't stand you. Definitely Jose. Definitely Jose. Carlos, Jose, Rico. All right, listen. Enrique. Okay, he gonna roll the R's and shit. Enrique. Look. Nah, the white version is Mark. Not Mark. Y'all, I don't know no white marks like that. I don't know no white marks like that. That shit is hilarious. My husband Latino, Uncle Carlos was a real fuck nigga. Like, it's a Carlos for sure. Devontae will swallow your soul. Absolutely. Okay. Absolutely. Okay. I don't know what it was, but when his mama named him Devontae, she knew what she was doing. Devontae sang. So, all right, so Marky Mark. Oh no, Marky Mark is a good one. You're right. You're right about that. Mark Wahlberg. Yeah. Before we found out he was racist, he could have got it. But just know when white people appropriate Black culture and then run back over to their side, usually not genuine. All right, y'all. Let's get into Love and Marriage DC, shall we? Oh no, let me just say this. It's a white Jason or Chris. No, because all of the Chris's are fine. All of the Chris's are fine. Like all of the white Chris's in Hollywood, almost all of them are fine. So yes, okay. But anyway, so Monique and Ashley meet up and talk about how she feels like she's not being heard. And Chris agreed to things in the beginning of their marriage, and he hasn't kept up his end of the deal. Ashley says that she quit school twice and put her dreams on the back burner. Who y'all listen? We've been talking about this. We've been talking about this. When we did the Waiting to Exhale review, we were talking about this. Okay. Putting everything on the back burner so your man can go out there and follow his dreams. Meanwhile, you over here not following yours for what exactly? So he doesn't have to, make a sacrifice and be more at home, just like you were a little bit more at home at times. Like, I just kind of feel like when men do that, it's because they don't really want to be family men. They like what being a family man looks like, but they want to be able to tap out when they feel like it. And I think that that's the problem. If y'all could put it in your life that you have children the way you expect for your wife to put it in her life, that she has children, then I believe that everybody could follow their dreams and still have a family for the most part. Like, I think whatever Ashley is trying to do, I don't think it would take her away from her family that much. It just would require more support from her husband. And a lot of times is doing shit that y'all don't want to do because it makes y'all uncomfortable, but you want your wives to make those types of sacrifices. It's unfair. It's unfair. And it is actually not needed. Like, and that's the point that I feel like people don't get. Yeah. When kids are first born, absolutely, women want to take that time to be with the children. Okay. But after a while, they would like to return back to their own hopes and dreams in their lives. Like, having a child is a part of the picture. But ultimately, the picture still has other shit going on in it, just like you want her to still be a wife. She still wants to be a woman. She still wants to be a person. She still wants to have dreams. And I feel like in this society, women are told you can't have those two things. So shut up and deal with being taken care of, because you can't have those two things. And you also can't complain about wanting those two things or wanting those other things because you've agreed to be taken care of. So now that you've agreed to be taken care of, you have to shut up and deal with your life as it is. That's what I feel like a lot of the people are saying when these women talk about what their issues are with their men who have money. And that's why they like talking to each other. Because when they talk to other people make it seem like they're complaining. Because see, other people don't have rich husbands. So you talk to your friends whose husbands just work down to the chemical plant, and all they see is glitz and glamour and big old house, and telling you that you need to shut the fuck up and go along with it. You know, oh girl, I wish my husband, bitch, this ain't about you though. This ain't about you though. This is about what I need. And at the end of the day, it does not matter what it looks like to anybody else but the two people in a relationship. So if the woman needs something and the man wants to be with his woman, he'll figure out a way to make it work, just like the woman does, because she wants to figure out how to make it work with her husband. And she was constantly making those, sacrifices for years and years and years. They're on the out end of, like, this is going to the other end of life, y'all. At some point, this shit gonna be over. And y'all really expect people to be out here making these types of sacrifices and just shutting the fuck up about it. Like, they don't, like, it's not only one life that they have to live. They're not going to get any more chances at this shit. You know what I'm saying? So if I have a husband with money, if I have a husband with access, if you think at some point I'm not going to assert my need to have more, you're out of your fucking mind. Get you a nigga with money and be with him for a long time, and then tell me that at some point y'all don't have issues that require the other person to try. Like, that's marriage. That's marriage. And honestly, I feel like a lot of the arguments that I saw happening is normal. It's a whole normal marriage stuff. And people are online and in these comments and in chats trying to make people out to be bad people in their relationships because you're jealous of their relationship and feel like, the women shouldn't complain because they have what you don't have. Girl, that's what it's given. That's why you can't talk to everybody, because they're going to perceive your complaints as not being valid because your man got money and everybody else man broke. That's what it's given to me. I could be wrong, but that's what it's given. Exactly. A man with more should encourage it because he has the means. Exactly. But a lot of times they don't encourage it. They ask you not to. They ask you to postpone and don't do this. And can you hold off on that? And can you not do this because I got to do this? That's what they do, y'all. And I just want everybody to realize nobody's saying that the men are unforgivable and, these women should throw away their husbands or vice versa. Well, I mean, I feel like y'all do tell men to throw away their wives as soon as their wives start to like express what they need and want. But I really just feel like projecting. It be projecting. It is projecting to me. They be more so. Yeah, it's crazy because y'all see, like, this is the society we live in, and I feel like nothing is wrong with pointing these things out so we can unlearn them. But you have to be honest about it. You have to be honest about it if you want it to be fixed. I think that it's worse when people don't express how they feel, because then they tap out. As a woman, if I'm not telling you that I'm feeling a way, then I probably, and then there's an issue, I'm tapping out. And if I'm tapping out, that means I'm gonna step out the door. You see what I'm saying? Like, y'all think women these days are just gonna sit and suffer in silence like the women did back in the day, but that's not what they're gonna do. They're just gonna leave your fucking ass. So it's like, what you gonna do? We gonna work on it, or you want me to go? Like, what you wanna do? Hold up. Tiny Ti did this to Tiny, and she had a career, bro. Remember? Like, she was famous before he was famous, and he definitely made her feel like, you know, she needed to shut it down.
What up?
What's up? Okay. So and Monique talked about that, feeling back. Well, thank you. Feeling backed into a corner because you have a nice life. You know what I'm saying? Graduated with my MBA this past weekend. Congrats to all. Yes, congratulations. Congratulations. So y'all, Quick and his partner Sean Caesar, we see them. Y'all, Quick is hilarious, but a lot of it is funny because he's got the little shoulders and the big head. So he looked like a, you know, like a grown kid. He be looking like a little grown kid. It's funny to me. I'm sorry, y'all. There were just moments throughout the episode where he would just pipe his head up a little bit. Like, look at him looking like a dope cartoon character of a kid. Thank you. You want me to take it? Oh.
No, you don't want it.
I don't want to eat while I'm doing the video. Thank you, though. I'm going to put some in my stomach. So, at some point, Quick's dad died, and Sean Caesar became like a father figure to him, on top of the fact that he's his business partner. So we learned that about him. It's the CIAA weekend, college football, buku parties, buku events. Quick is going to be super duper busy. They're talking about how he likes to book himself to exhaustion, meaning he literally has ended up in a hospital a couple of times and had Ashley calling Sean, cursing his ass out. So yeah, and then we see Monique go to WPGC is a radio station in DC. I'm guessing they are talking about bringing her on as a part of their morning show. And then they ask her, would she bring any of that drama that happened on Real Housewives of Potomac to this situation? And I kind of felt like that was a stupid question. I feel like for adults in entertainment, that's a stupid fucking question. Like, are we really gonna act like housewife shows aren't like produced to create conflict? Who has like, so you asking if Monique Samuels is gonna snatch somebody during a live broadcast on the radio? I mean, to me, I felt like it was a stupid question. If you understand reality TV, then you know that most adults in their everyday life don't go around fighting, but when they're in reality TV settings, it's to foster that reaction. Not to say that means Monique wasn't, you know, she was out of control, y'all. I'm not arguing that. I'm just saying, at the end of the day, like, have you heard any other times where she's flipped out like that? Like, have there been any time since or before that you can pinpoint as a reason why you would ask a question like that during an interview, especially if you're bringing her on for being on that show? Like, I don't know. Like, it just kind of felt like, would it have been something you would have said to him? Never mind. Anyway, I'm gonna let it go. Because sometimes I feel like men do like little slick, messy shit to women that they would not do to a man. And I understand that a man would not be on a reality show, you know, and well, I mean, a man would be on a reality show fighting. Hello, Bad Boys LA. So, you know, and be on a radio show. Moolah. You know, different setting, of course. But I'm just saying, like, it just kind of made me feel like, it kind of playing in the face a little bit. I'm glad it wasn't just me that felt like it was kind of like, what are we talking about here? The umbrella Steve, but if you watch clip, they was definitely provoking her to get to that point. I don't know what that was about. You know, asking her that question, like, you know, but whatever. Anyway, moving on from there. I hope she gets the job. She likes to talk. It would be a good job for her. But it would require Chris to help more with the kids. Okay. So Chris meets with winner's man Kevin. Y'all, Kevin gave me I can't believe nothing Kevin says vibes. I could be wrong. Y'all. He says that he got the divorce papers from Winter right before he came in to talk to Chris, and she made it clear that he has to sign those papers. So how did we get here? They were having sex 8 times a day at one point, which I feel like, y'all, She got the job. Yeah, she did. Okay, great. I mean, obviously, if they brought her on there, she's a great pull for them. I mean, that's what makes sense. You know what I'm saying? And she's not the first one. I thought she had gotten a job, but y'all, I really do be living in the space of what we talking about on the show. Yeah, Kevin definitely gave scammer, but y'all, 8 times a day, y'all, 8 times a day, y'all. Let me explain something to y'all. I don't know, y'all. Like, I feel like, does that mean the dick is little? Never mind. Because I just don't know what type of sex we having if you can have sex 8 times in one day. Like 8 times in one day. Who's lucky? Who's lucky? That sounds like a UTI. That sounds like me being juiced up all day, changing underwear. Like, I don't know what kind of vaginas everybody else have. Maybe mine's weird. I don't know. Like, but bitch, I couldn't get plugged up 8 times in one day. And I wasn't like, yeah, so sore. Shit would be raw. Like, that just doesn't feel. That's not how I want my sex to end. Like, with me, it hurting when water touches it. Like, it's really little because thank you. I'm like, anybody that's working with a sizable dick, how? Like, anybody that's working with something sizable, how? 8 times a day. Ouch. Like, girl, I can't even feel it no more after number 5. What we doing? Anyway, I'm sorry, y'all. Let's move on. He was accused of taking company money from his business and taking his kids ice skating. He says, I've never even taken my kids ice skating. I was like, why are you pulling that out of the list? Like, that sounds like you're trying to reduce it, but it had to be more than that. Chris just sat there and listened to him. Chris is a good guy. He's gonna sit there and listen to you. Okay, he'll give you the benefit of the doubt, but I think Chris is a astute businessman and knew this nigga was lying to him. But okay. He says he's never even taken his kids ice skating. That was the beginning, and that caused a snowball effect with him in Windsor. Chris says he's always known Kevin to be a good guy. He didn't know what was going on, so he couldn't explain to Windsor what was going on. He says he got accused by the kids of love bombing Windsor. Y'all know if the kids are saying he love bombed Winter, then I think that people are seeing that he's a scammer. Like, I think that's what that says. That, he even brought that up. And then he starts crying about how much, the kids love him and he loves the kids and all of this shit. But there was a part of this conversation that I wanted y'all to peep about Chris. Chris says that he's been lazy about the romance. And he says that, he's always trying to do things to make their relationship better, but it doesn't seem like it's good enough for Monique. But he could do more. Maybe not going all out, but I need to do, start somewhere. He said, but little things here and there. He needs to start somewhere, which makes me feel like, y'all, that said a lot to me about the way Chris views what he needs to do in the relationship. And I'm gonna keep telling y'all what I think it is. I think because Chris does what he already does, he doesn't feel like he needs to do the extra. He doesn't feel like he doesn't really feel like he needs to do the extra because he's not the type of man that will leave it undone if he felt like, and y'all, I don't know how many times y'all have seen this, but there are a lot of men that do not know how to emotionally connect enough to give romance. And if you're in a long-term relationship, you're going to need that when things are no longer new. Okay. I don't understand how that's hard to understand for people, because I feel like that's such a common issue that people have in marriages that, over time, more is required out of the relationship. What was working at the beginning of a marriage, y'all, it doesn't mean that's gonna be what's needed as the marriage goes on. Like, I don't know who's in the comments talking a lot of the times when I see some of these comments. Oh, you should have known who he was when you got with him. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? It doesn't matter who somebody is once y'all get married. Once you get past a certain amount of time with somebody, things are gonna start to shift and change. Like, that's just life. I appreciate how Chris assessed the situation from all aspects. He knows something is up with the winner situation. I mean, it don't take much. It didn't take much to realize that there was some up with the winner situation. Look at this nigga. And look at Winner. You know what I'm saying? I feel like both of them kind of give an energy that leaves, some questions. Okay, which is, Winter, girl. We're gonna have you on the line. We're gonna give the season a little bit more time to play out. But we're definitely gonna have you on the line, Winter. Okay. So Quick meets with Jamie and some other guy. I don't know who that guy was, but they meet up down to the bar to get something to eat and drink. Child, oh Lord, I don't know why, but that bar looked familiar in some way to me. And it made me think about back in the day. You know why? Because it was a bunch of wood. Like my dad and his partners used to always go to a bar that kind of looks similar to that. I can't even remember where it was. But either way, it just made me think about when my daddy and his homeboys used to click up all the time. Child, everybody, most of the part didn't die from, died over the years. But like way back then, ooh, nostalgia. But anyway, so they meet up. And Quick asked Jamie how, well, first of all, they both have parties and events for CIAA weekend. So they kind of see it as a competition and then they come together at the end and do an event together. I'm sure they'll tape that. Quick asked Jamie how Arena feels about him going back to the nightlife. And he said she definitely don't like it, but she understands that J&J is his passion. Arena was jealous about, women 10 years ago. She used to sweat him about cheating, but not anymore. They all have experienced their women reacting to them cheating, but they're describing it like their women are just being insecure instead of you were cheating and your woman then started doing all of those things because you got caught up or because something happened and you were, like we're going to hear Raina say eventually people were coming to her with shit. It wasn't like, in the way she was talking about it, girl, y'all gonna sit up here and act like y'all didn't cheat when we know y'all did is what I'm saying. Like, fuck out of here. Okay. Yes, being married 45 years, so thankful. We felt in love several times through the years. I still marvel at the realization a while back. It was family vacations and we can get getaways for anniversaries. Yes, you have to take the time. Like those things help revitalize the relationship, but you really have to be about connecting during those times too, because if you're not like connecting, then it doesn't help revitalize the situation. But I absolutely feel like, whenever me and Lyric take a trip, we stay on that wave for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Monique says that she signed up for a partner who covers mentally, physically, and emotionally. Chris says that he got her. I'm skipping something in the notes, but I think this is when they sat down right before her party to talk about her getting a radio job and what she would need from him. Right. And y'all, I don't have any doubt in my mind that Chris is going to arise to the occasion. Like I really do. But I also feel like it's hard for him to do the emotional part because I don't think that he was raised that way. And I think that is what Monique is trying to get him to like not be like. Don't be like how our parents were, where they would just kind of cover things up. We want to deal with them so we can really connect with each other. And it doesn't just become like an old friendship where you just sleeping in separate beds and you're not having sex no more. Like some people want to be old and fucking until they die. Like some people want that in their partners, especially when the woman ain't even in her fucking 40s yet. So I feel like, no, she doesn't want to become an old married couple like his parents, and she's still in her 30s. Like I don't know why everybody got so upset about the comparison. I don't think it was disrespectful. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but that is the way that people were years ago. That it doesn't have to be like that now. Like I can remember at some point my grandparents were not living in the same, as long as I can remember. I don't think they shared a bedroom. Okay. My people, I don't even think that was ever going to be an option. They was always going to be sleeping in the same bed. You know what I'm saying? So I think that in different time periods, different things were okay. And when you look at Chris's parents, I think they're much older. So I think that the way they live and the way their relationship has worked out is a testament to the time period that they came up in versus where we are now, which is why Monique is asking for more. Okay, because we're now in a different time. Okay. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't know why, everybody act like that was such shade. I don't get it. I just honestly feel like a lot of times people are making a big deal out of things that Monique says and does on this show, even though it's only episode 2. It's only episode 2. It's an ensemble cast. Y'all haven't even seen her like that much in order for it to be automatically. I can already see. I'll just be like, child. Okay, all right. But Chris says he's gonna be able to handle everything for her. And she says, well, okay, we gonna see. Because she was talking to Ashley about the fact that when she does it, it's usually all her with a little bit of help. But when he does it, she got to make sure he has more help than she has because he can't handle what she does by himself. So he has to, they all have to get 2-3 people to come and check on their husband with their kids because their husbands can't handle the kids the way they can. And y'all, to be honest with y'all, it really shouldn't be like that. I know y'all gonna have an issue with me saying that, but it really shouldn't be like that. I don't think that one parent should be more equipped to deal with the kids than the other. I just don't. I think that you need to get it together. You need to do what it takes. And I don't think that Chris is the type of person that won't. I just think that it's not expected a lot of the times. That's sad, money or not. I agree that people can't change overnight. It took years for my husband to feel secure and be emotionally open with me in the ways I needed. People have to learn if they were never taught. Exactly. And that's why it takes someone to constantly be in a space of, but babe, I need this, and communicating, because it takes time. It takes time, and people will run away from emotional like connection, especially men. I think people have decided just don't like when yeah. I think so too. Coming from a bunch of people who never been married before, is that ironic? Like it must be people who not married that have a lot of these comments. She often makes comments like I did, so you can do it. You guys are different people and will handle the change in different ways. What they need to do is find common ground with where they are. True. I mean, I still feel like at the end of the day, anything, if y'all want to be clear, like when it comes to these kids and all of that, men really do, I think, need to take more part. That's why that's one of the reasons why you'll hear people say present fathers. Some people feel that you should never speak about others unless it's respectful. That's why folks are mad at Monique. I disagree. I don't know where they get that from. That's so unrealistic. Y'all be pulling out these fucking, respectability politics bullshit, things out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is online living their life in a way that nobody before ever would have. And now everybody wants to then go on and so disrespectful. What is it? What? To say I don't want to, end up just being like a friendship? Like, I don't understand how that was a bad thing to say. Chris definitely has a more Southern conventional view of marriage, and Monique wasn't raised like that, but you can tell he wants to change for his wife. And I think he should, because I think he would have a more fruitful experience in his marriage with her if he would open up a little bit more. And I know it's hard. Like you said, people aren't raised that way. They raised to shut their emotions down. He a big man growing up to be responsible and pay for everything and taking care of everybody. Oh yeah. Y'all heard what Shaq said, right? Shaq did an interview with somebody and was basically saying that because he had to take care of everybody, his emotions did not matter. So he had to turn the emotions off so he could do what needed to be done for everybody. But that's a mistake that Black men make, because you end up not being able to provide more than just financial for the people who need you. They need you to be connected to your emotions so that you can sympathize and empathize with them, and so that they can have bigger connections with you. You know what I'm saying? But when you're keeping your emotions blocked away, you're also keeping people out. I know you don't think you are, but you are. You know what I'm saying? Like men who do that, they keep a separation emotionally from them and their people. And it's felt. It's felt, and it's not always healthy. You can pay for as much as you want to pay for. You can show up to every game. But if you're not providing some type of emotional support, it's really not going to hit home the way it should. It's not. The support is not going to feel as big and as whole as it can feel if you can also tap into your emotions so that you could recognize when your son or your daughter needs to hear something or needs to understand something about their own emotions. You can't even help them figure out their emotions if you don't understand yours, because you need to block them off. So I feel like that's the mistake that a lot of, strong Black men who really do what they're supposed to do in life, they make that mistake of feeling like they have to cut off their emotions. And when they get in relationships with women who really love them, they have to give more. And it's harder, but it takes time. And that's another thing. I saw a lot of people talking about Monique like they view her as some gimme girl because I believe somebody said she was his assistant. First of all, do y'all do that to the white girls when that's what they do? Okay, when they find the men through being their assistant. Okay. But outside of that, I just kind of feel like you have 3 kids with somebody. You've been with them from 10 years. You've been with them post-retirement. Like nothing about their relationship makes me feel like she is with him just because he has money. And I also feel like it would be dumb of her to like not have that as a focus and why she would choose him. Like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? Chris is tall, big, black, strong, rich, smart, and a good person. And she's supposed to only be with him because he has money? Like, I don't even know what anybody's looking at. I was just kind of like, what are y'all talking about? Chris is amazing. Why would she just be with him for his money? Like, why? That to me, that just is all about the type of person that Chris is, which makes him attractive. When they talked about Chris's stats, playing for the same team for 10 years, being a captain of his team, the way Chris takes care of his entire family, like all of that shit is attractive. I was just kind of like, what are y'all talking about? Yeah, no, I absolutely feel like I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. That lady loved that man, and that man loved that lady. But relationships are not perfect. They come from 2 different backgrounds, they're from 2 different age groups, but they have 3 kids together. And I see Chris always trying to show up supportive, and I see that Monique is the micromanaging wife of a millionaire type. Like she's the type of woman that a millionaire would marry. They are good at handling things. Like that's why you would marry an assistant, because essentially the woman plays that role to her man when he is a corporation the way Chris is. Like that's what she would have to do anyway. Like she would have to be able to manage his life. And I'm sure that that's what she's been doing this entire time, which makes him the center. And so now she's asking to be the center, and everybody's like, how dare you? Excuse me. But I feel like he always knew who she was, just like she always knew who he was. They're just trying to work it out. People go through different phases in their marriages. But Kevin is a swindler, y'all. We're just gonna leave that at that. So Monique, or the vegan dinner. The vegan dinner, Ashley and Quick go eat out first to talk about him booking himself for 15 events in 3 days. And that takes time from the kids and takes time from things that she can be doing for herself. And that's why I feel like, girl, you need to use all that money and buy as much help as you need so you can still focus on you. Excuse me, I'll be good goddamned. I get it. But don't Ashley have her mama in the house, or is that a Raina? It's a Raina that mama in the house, huh? A partnership looks different to each couple. Exactly. Monique is a lot of women. She found his ways attractive, thinking that he would change. He's very. It's not just his ways, love. Like Chris is attractive, like physically. Like he's tall, strong, black. Probably could scoop you the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like he's nice looking. They have beautiful children. Like I don't know. I don't know what anybody's looking at. I don't get it. Right. If you're only marrying somebody for money, you're doing it wrong. Oh no, if you're only marrying somebody for love. Yeah, no. That shouldn't be the only reason. Uh Wait, hold up. What else is going on? Right, they don't offer classes online. Like that's what I'm saying. Like she need to figure that out. But I also feel like if she's not doing it, I really feel like it's not just her. If she tried to go back to school twice, I think he might make it harder for her. Y'all don't realize how sometimes men will put more responsibility on a woman so that they can control how much she's out in the world. Tisha and Marcel. Okay. And the way Quick likes to throw himself out into the world, yes, I do see them having a great relationship. They seem to really like each other, but that doesn't mean Quick isn't a hoe. I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying, why do you need to be out working that much when you are DJ Quick? You shouldn't have to work that much. You should be able to choose how often you work. It just doesn't make sense to me. Unless you really just want to be out here in the world and shit and leaving your wife at home and impressing on her that she can't do more. Uh okay, so Raina's name is pronounced like mine, just spelled different. I love it. So it's okay. 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 I'm married for love, but his stats as a provider protector also mattered. I could never accept less than what I. But see, that's a part of it, though. It's not only about how you feel; it's also about the whole situation. And everybody be acting like something wrong with you when you put all of those things into perspective. But actually, something's wrong with them if they don't. And that's that on that. Um. Okay. Dr. Contessa is a good example of a husband hindering and not supporting his wife by choice. Oh, facts, money. They will load women down with kids and spoil them with things to keep control. Yes, absolutely. Child, Drew and Ralph, never mind. Look, girl, listen, they all up on the TV. All these niggas we talking about. Ashley says winter. Okay, hold on. Okay, so the Samuels have their vegan dinner. Tasha and Neil Lyons come through. I follow Tasha on Instagram. I've been following her for a long time. She's really pretty. Um, but Tasha used to do Monique's hair back in the day. Everyone else gets there. Raina wants DoorDash because there's no meat. I'm just like, why do people do that? Y'all do know that vegan food is just food without meat in it. You eat food without meat in it all the time. They're called sides. Like, just try it. See how you feel. If you want to eat something else after, fine. But y'all don't have to let everybody know that the food not going to be what you want because it don't have meat in it. Calm down. Okay. Everyone says winter isn't Ashley, not everyone. Ashley says that winter isn't her cup of tea. She's a party girl. That may be beneath winter. I'm like, oh, I didn't realize winter was perceived as bougie. I didn't realize that when she told us all her business. I didn't realize that was the level we was on with it. Like, okay. Monique tells them that they have been studying Africa and that she wants to take the kids because they're homeschooling. So a part of the homeschooling is talking about Africa and getting to know the continent. So they're traveling to Kenya. We all know that they did that last year, I believe, or in this past year. Either way, it looked like an amazing trip. It looked like a life-changing trip. Monique posted heavily on Instagram, so I got to see a lot of it. I thought it was beautiful. It reinforced me wanting to go. But they went to Kenya. During the conversation, did y'all see Jamie shush Arena? She was talking and he's like, oh, da, da, da. He was like, shh, shh. No, he said shh.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, no, he shushed her. He went shh. I wasn't gonna say nothing, but I'm gonna say it now. Jamie gives me emotionally unavailable, controlling nigga, which is why, even though his son loves him, his son don't like him. I think it might have something to do with the way Jamie treats the mama. We're not talking about it yet, but y'all know a lot of times when men have issue with their oldest sons, it's because their sons don't like the way they seen you talk to or treat their mothers. I mean, it's a whole bunch of issues you could have. But the way he shushed that lady, the way he put his hand in that lady's face, I was just like, oh, okay. Okay. Men like Silver aren't satisfied because they are afraid of not leaving a financial legacy for their family, especially since his dad died when he was 18. So they work with constantly. Yeah, and I get that, but you already got money and you're going to continue to work and have money. At this point, you can not work as much. 15 shows in 3 days is excessive for anybody. That's 5 shows in 3 days. How can you fit that, you know what I'm saying? Like, and have kids like that. To me, he doesn't have to make those types of decisions, meaning he's going to make his money anyway. So he's going to provide that legacy anyway. And he's been doing this long enough that legacy should be solidified at this point. If they make money the way it seemed like they make money, whether he's DJing 5 times a day or not, he should have already solidified that legacy for his children. So I don't know if I believe that that's the reason why he's out in these streets as much as he is. But that's to be seen. I'm going to wait on it because you could be right. I'm going to wait on it. So they start talking about COVID and how Monique felt like she was left upstairs all on her lonesome, right? And listen, here, babe, I'm a wife, so I'm a clock Monique for this. You wanted everybody to clown your husband with you right quick because he was wrong for that shit. And you probably felt like you didn't get to like complain about it or make him feel bad the way you wanted him to feel bad. So you gonna wait till y'all in front of everybody and be like, yeah, he left me for dead. You know, Mama Dita shit. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, you didn't have to do it. You didn't. But it's a regular couple thing. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Y'all should have seen the way he left me upstairs, y'all. And it's not really like a situation where we about to dive deep into it. Monique did not lie. If you were listening to the conversation, she was letting them respond and she was about to continue and he interrupted her because he was like, no, 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 I ain't gonna let y'all because now y'all making me mad. Remember, Chris was like, y'all making me mad. He was mad. And he was like, no, because you told me. And then I came up there and I after you told me that I needed to check on you, then I started checking on you. She was like, and you're right, you did after I told you. But I think what Monique was trying to say is, nigga, I shouldn't never have to tell you to come and check on me. And then the way he tried to respond, the way he tried to set it up and why she kept interrupting him was when he was like, well, all of the other times before when I would come up there and wake you up, you would get mad at me. What you mean, nigga, when she was up there trying to take a nap and you wanted to ask her some obnoxious question about the kids that your ass should already know the answer to? You mean those times? Like, come on, y'all. Y'all got to think in real life terms when people are having these conversations, okay? I bet you any money Chris ass was on the sofa with the kids and just was like focusing on watching them or watching TV and let time go by and just wasn't checking on her as often as he could have, just out of not really paying attention like that and not being used to having to. Okay. Like, I don't know why everybody tripped out, but they when she was like, I don't play with me like that, because he was telling her to shush. So they had like a little moment where they capped off on each other. And then they come to the end of it and she was like, yes, you did. You did come and look after me after I told you. You did. Okay. But I still wanted to give your punk ass a hard time right quick in front of everybody. It's not that big of a deal, which is why they were able to kiss and move on. But what I want to say to everybody that thinks that Monique is beating Chris down, Chris is not to be beat down. I don't know if y'all have heard this man talk. That is not a man that anybody's beating down, especially not his woman standing and sitting next to him. Like, no, that's not what's happening. I want y'all to fucking stop. Because whenever that man starts to raise his voice, I get nervous. When Chris be like, hold up, I'm like, I'm holding up. Like Chris is a very like assertive, strong man. Like there's no time and place where he's being punked by Monique. That's a cute trial. That's real cute that y'all like to do that all the time. Okay. Chris loves all that energy. Oh yeah, you could definitely tell like he like riling her up. I think, because big men love that. I don't know why. They love to rile your ass up. And guess what, nigga? You left me for dead when I got COVID. I'm gonna remind your ass. I sure am. Because when you had it, I waited on you hand and foot. I sure will be reminding your ass. Okay. Listen, y'all, that's real life. I know y'all don't like that. Y'all feel real strongly about it, but that's just life. Just like Ashley and them said, they have arguments like that all the time. Like, it just wasn't as deep because I saw people on Twitter talking about it before I watched the episode. So I was thinking she did something real disrespectful. And when I watched the scene, I was like, oh, y'all really was tripping out about that? Like, like what? It ain't even that deep. That was definitely like, I'm about to give my husband a hard time. But we probably gonna fuck later on tonight too. Like, it ain't that deep. Anytime a woman isn't overly praising a man, they say she's beating him down. That's how I feel, Samantha. When Chris talks, his voice, right. That's why I was like, Chris remind me of my daddy. My daddy didn't really have to raise his voice a lot of the time because he already had that energy about him. If my mama didn't put up a fight, she would have got steamrolled off. You know what I'm saying? Like if women did not assert themselves, men like Chris Men like my daddy, they will steamroll you just because they're strong. And that's just the position that they lead. So as a woman, you have to have control in some capacity because they're already stronger, bigger, more in control, of the money and the finances. Like it's a whole bunch of things that the man will ultimately have the power in. So as a woman, you have to have a certain level of assertion about yourself to deal with men that are strong like that. You just do, or you'll get beat down. Like it is what it is. Like you can't be no weak woman with Chris. I don't think so. Yeah. So yeah, y'all. After their little situation, this I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I like this about the situation. Yeah, Bondi is me because I definitely said they kissed and made up real quick and had a nightcap maybe on that table after everybody left. Listen, sometimes though nothing turn you on is a little quick back and forth. What? What? Oh, all right. Like it's just, yeah, I'm gonna guess a lot of people on Twitter aren't married. That's why they feel that way. Honestly, I feel like they so scared. They worrying about not having a man. So anytime they see a woman speaking up for herself, it's like, oh, well, don't do that, girl, because you're gonna end up alone. Like, so that's what they have this like real like reaction to shit. Where it's like, I don't know what type of relationships y'all have seen, but it ain't that deep. That conversation was not that deep. This is the conversation that went deep. Jamie finally gives advice that he stuck beside. I'm sorry, y'all. Jamie and Arena finally give advice to everybody because they were asking them, how they've kept it together this whole time. And Jamie finally says something about how Arena stuck beside him during all of his bullshit. And Ashley was like, what bullshit? I said, damn, Ashley, why are you asking like specifically? Like, damn, like, what kind of bullshit, okay? But he basically said, he didn't say, she interrupted and said she thought he was cheating. I said, girl, he just said that you stayed with him through all his bullshit. He was cheating on you. What are you talking about? That's how I perceive what was said, y'all. I could be wrong, but to me, when that was said, that sounded like I cheated on her and we kept it together. And now my old ass too tired to cheat on her. I got shit to do. I ain't got time. Hoes trying to bend it over, bust it open, and I ain't even got the energy for it. Okay. I gotta fuck her later on. I can't be fucking all y'all and her. So I just gotta lay off. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what y'all niggas do. Y'all get old and y'all eventually try to age out of being hoes. A lot of the time. Not all the time, but some of the time, y'all try to age out of being a hoe. And him going back into the business seems like he might be trying to return to his hold'em. Okay. They get bored. They get bored and they want to return to the hold'em. And then they get out there and realize these young girls is different. And then you're gonna take his ass back to the house, okay? And she know that. And that's why she ain't gonna take her little furrow off. She's not gonna disgrace herself anymore by going off and acting a fool because he did this and did that. She ain't gonna do that no more. She gonna let it be what it is, and she gonna collect all of that money when that nigga die. Cause look at him. Do he look like he gonna live longer than her? I doubt it. I doubt it. The way men like him drink, girl, she'll outlive him. So she's just gonna chill. She at that point now. Ain't nobody about to keep arguing and fighting with you over whatever you doing. I'm good. Yeah. But anyway, they basically blame his job, which I thought was a cop-out. And I told y'all I felt like they was doing that from the beginning. Babe, didn't I tell you I felt like they was doing that from the beginning? Trying to set it up like the reason, they was out like that was because of their jobs and all of that. When really, no nigga, stop playing with me. Yeah, Arena agreed he cheated. Jamie was like, the past should stay in the past and shushed her. No. That's not what happened. I don't know what show you was watching. That's not what I saw. That shushing thing happened when they were talking about going to Africa. I didn't see him shush her again after that. And she was talking. And she was saying that she didn't really perceive it as cheating and that people were coming to her and saying things, but she never caught him. That's what she said. She said, I never caught him. She didn't say that he did it. She said, I never caught him doing anything. That's what she said. And she felt like it was the job and all of the people and all of the women. She actually said out of her mouth about the women. So I don't know where you got that part from. But that lady was sitting up there making excuses for her husband and saying that because he threw parties for a living, that women were all over his dick. And that was something they dealt with back then. Okay. Winter says that she found out right before her last Kevin. She starts talking about her and Kevin, how she couldn't trust his ass. She said she found out right before their year anniversary that Kevin's ass was stealing from his business and he was being investigated and his partners were backing out of the business. He left and went to his mom's house, never gave her an explanation and never came back. She says he wasn't honest. And Monique was like, see, I told you that nigga was shit. I told you. She says that he lied about where he lived and she knew him a year before they got married. And Ashley was like, well, girl, like, why would you marry a man and you ain't never been to his house? Because she was like, there's a difference between having a basement apartment and living in your mom's basement. Yeah, there is a difference. There is. But you should have known the difference, especially when Winter says that she is a relationship coach. Now, listen, I'm going to leave Winter some room because maybe he really did pull the wool over her eyes. Okay. Because everybody's saying that they've known Kevin for years. Okay. Everybody's saying that they've known Kevin for years. And I really do believe if everybody felt like Kevin was a good guy, it would make sense that she wouldn't be as aware of how much of a snake he is. Okay. So I'm going to give Winter some space, but I do want to know, how are you a relationship coach? And this is something that, escaped you. I'm curious. I'm a little confused by it. I'm going to tell you the truth. So yeah, Winter, we're going to need for you to come on the Ooh Ladies First panel and explain some things to us eventually, girl. Okay. We're going to have to get that together. All right, y'all. That's Love and Marriage DC. I'm about to go ahead and move on to the last little bit and we can talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville. But I'm not going to do a call in, y'all, because I'm tired. I still got to go watch all the shit that happened on Bravo. So we'll do a call in on Friday, maybe, if I feel like it. It's my birthday week, y'all. So like, don't be mad at me. I'm gonna give y'all a call in so y'all can call in and tell me how y'all feel about this shit. Just not today. But anyway, let's go ahead and like the video up, and then we're gonna get into Love and Marriage Huntsville, and I'm gonna just point out a few little key things, and I'm gonna just go on about my week. All right. Also, I know somebody put a Wanda live in the Discord. If there are any other lives from the cast of Love and Marriage Huntsville, I know that DJ, no, not the DJ, Jamie and Arena talked about how they feel like nobody from Love and Marriage Huntsville has been supporting Love and Marriage DC, except for Tiffany. Listen, y'all, I'm gonna say y'all, listen. Hey, Tiff. Hey, girl. I don't know what that's about, but I'm interested to know, what the situation is, because it seemed like Jamie felt like they didn't want to share the spotlight over there at Love and Marriage Huntsville, and that would not surprise me. Don't you think Love and Marriage Huntsville is full of a whole bunch of petty, hogging the spotlight ass people? I'm just saying, I love y'all over there, but the overall vibe can be just, not real inclusive of other people. And I'm not talking about the women. But anyway, hey, all right, no, my birthday is Thursday, y'all. My birthday is May 26th. I turned 34 and I'm super duper excited. So it's 3 days away. All right. So yeah, don't be holding me to all these damn videos this week, because I'm just really gonna be by the seat of my pants. But I feel like I can come up here and do a a call-in show with y'all, and we can talk about the lives that happen, because I'm sure this week they'll have a shit ton of lives going on. All right. I thought Mel always supports, so that's why I wasn't even like, I don't know if it was her, because I mean they were on that show together. Excuse me. So, at the end of the day, I feel like I've definitely seen Mel post about the show before. So I don't know. But either way, yes, happy birthday to all the Geminis. Okay, all us Geminis, Gemini in this motherfucker. Okay, listen, shout out to us. Because they hate on us, and I want us to know we're amazing and we're great. We're super duper dope. Okay. All right, my Geminis. All right. So y'all, let's discuss a little bit from Love and Marriage Huntsville right quick, and then I'm gonna read y'all comments. Okay, so I'll do it in this capacity, but I'm not gonna call in today. All right, but like I said, I'm gonna pick another time this week to do a call in, and then we'll also talk about whatever mess is going on the internet. Since every week you can just about guess that at least 3 fucking cast members gonna get their ass on Instagram Live and make something internet worthy for me to talk about. Thank y'all for that. All right. So, Tisha and Marceau sitting in the car telling us, the viewing public, that we are trying to destroy a young family and we just don't want them to be happy. And oh, my favorite thing that Tisha says, why is it wrong for us to have a good marriage? Why do they want us to be cheaters just because Martell got caught? It's not our fault, girl. You telling on yourself. You and Marceau sitting in this car showing more affection and more emotion than y'all ever have in a whole fucking 3 seasons that we have known y'all prior to this one. Ma'am, y'all got me up. I've been telling y'all since episode 1. Episode 1. I wish I could press a button right now and show you the moment when I said it, but I can't. Either way, bitch, I said it because you was here. And if you wasn't here, go watch it. Okay, you probably can't watch it because you're not a member. Become a member, okay? BondyBlueShow.com. Become a member, and you'll be able to see my full Love and Marriage Huntsville video. But the very first one is here on YouTube, I believe, because I talked about it all in that one time. The first episode, I came to y'all for Love and Marriage Huntsville season 4, episode 1. I came to y'all for that one on YouTube. So that's available to everybody. And I believe I said in that review that Tisha and Marceau were trying to set us up so that they can change the narrative. They have been acting like they didn't give a fuck about what everybody was saying the entire time. And now Marceau is trying to act like Tisha is more of a boss than he ever has. He's trying to act as if he cares about her feelings. He never has. Like they went to Vegas for him to say, all he had to say was that he loved Tisha in Vegas and he wouldn't do it. But now you holding her hand and telling her all you need is her while you're crying and shit after you finish rubbing your eyes for 5 minutes. Okay. Thank you. Happy early birthday, Bonnie. Thank you. XOX Simply Tarot. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Oh, I need me a good reading. I want a good reading for my birthday. Anyway, so I just didn't appreciate that. Also, I heard after he said a friend, he said a friend a million times. And then finally he said it was Chris Fletcher. Word on the curb is that Chris Fletcher was in New York on January 4th and not in Atlanta where Marceau was. Okay. Tisha, it's not us, it's you. I don't know if you know. It's not us. It's y'all. Like, that nigga disrespected you on the last Instagram live that I saw with the two of y'all. And that has nothing to do with any of the cheating allegations. But if a man doesn't say he's not a cheater ever, it kind of begs to wonder if he's doing what niggas do, which is basically they tell you by not telling you. They almost insinuated. And then when you actually ask them directly, then they never really answer. They never give you a no. It's always a play on your intelligence for even asking, right? It's always your fault. Even though what happened on that live? What happened on that live? Somebody commented, "Do you cheat with big girls?" He said, "No, I don't like big girls." And she said, "What about the cheating part?" And he said, "No, I don't like big girls." What does that sound like to you? What does that sound like to you? Marceau did that. The internet, Beyonce's internet didn't do that. You got your ass on Instagram Live, Tisha. And he said that on Mother's Day. He embarrassed you on Mother's Day. That had nothing to do with the show. Had nothing to do with Mel, nothing to do with Martell, nothing to do with Ariane, nothing to do with Wanda. That was you and Marceau by y'all fucking selves. And you was asking him to clarify whether he was a cheater. And he, in fact, left it open-ended as if, yes, he is. So, if you want to blame anybody for why your relationship is perceived the way it is, blame your husband. Blame your husband. What else? Maurice, how are you a lawyer? What kind of lawyer are you? Because I feel like I always know when you're lying. Like, I feel like I always know when Maurice is lying. I feel like I always know when Maurice is on bullshit. I feel like, essentially, like I have told y'all before, Martell has more information that he is willing to spill. I think some of the things he's been doing with Ariane Curry by his side to talk about linebackers and trips that you guys took to Atlanta, I think all of that is a way of letting you niggas know and putting y'all on notice that if y'all aren't nice to me, if y'all aren't doing what I need y'all to do to help me, since Mel has pulled all of her access and her aid from me, I'm gonna need for y'all niggas to show up and give me space on the show. And if y'all don't give me space on the show, then I'm gonna make more ruckus in y'all's relationships, because I can. I absolutely feel like that's the reason why Maurice and Marceau are now calling Martell Marty and handling him with kid gloves and having stupid fucking conversations with your very intelligent wife, Kimmy, where you act like she's stupid and we don't see what's going on here. Maurice, let me tell you something. You really gonna let the other men around you fuck up your situation? Because I see Kimmy and Maurice on the internet. I see them taking more trips now, and I feel like Maurice is trying to, and this is why Maurice doesn't come off as badly in previous seasons as Marceau and Martell. For one, he's smarter. For two, he understands how people outside of himself view him. That's the thing that Marceau doesn't really get that well. So I feel like Maurice is going to do things like take all these extra trips. He's going to take initiative. He's going to pack your bag. He's going to do shit that niggas that actually, treat their women a little bit better won't do. Okay? Because he's going to do all of that so that he can keep you, because he knows that it's not in his best interest to lose you. He knows that. But he's also a part of this toxic nigga clique that honestly I feel like promotes the shit that they're doing. It promotes the cheating. It promotes the bros over hoes mentality, even though all of you have families that y'all pretend to put first. But Marceau has said it a lot of times that you can make your wife mad, but don't piss me off. So that lets me know that y'all value y'all relationships with each other as men more than you value your relationships with your wives. And that is not the way it's supposed to be. But because Maurice and Marceau are brothers, it almost allows for it. And it's not supposed to be like that, which is why, Maurice, when your brother got mad, he was happy to throw your ass under the fucking bus and make you a part of the mess that you were never even really a part of, even though you were in the picture. And don't tell me it didn't cause issue in y'all household, because I see the changes that have been made. So I know that Kimmy kicked ass inside of y'all house with no cameras around. Okay? I know. So for you to sit up here with, huh?
She hurt you bad.
She hurt you bad, didn't she? Because I let her. Yeah, whatever, nigga. Yeah, whatever. Just like Kimmy is letting you play with her intelligence on this show. Just like I'm watching her take a deep breath and just swallow the bullshit, because she doesn't want to leave her husband either, because she loves him too. So she's going to deal with him saying stupid shit in front of her on this show, because what else is she going to do? And in that way, makes herself just like Tisha. And I think we saw it last year when they made up on that trip, on a Vegas trip, when Tisha and Kimmy made up. I think that's when we realized that Kimmy was basically resigned to the fact that they were going to have to deal with a certain amount of bullshit from these Scott men. That's what it feel like. That's what it feel like. And I think it's a little sad, because I think it's one thing to deal with a man and his negatives and all of that, but it's a whole nother thing for him to require you to lie and require you to ignore what is the truth because of bullshit. Like, we know Martell got got the way she had to break that shit down for Martell's dumbass. And did y'all see Martell? I don't know why y'all think Martell is a good guy, y'all. Martell is not a good guy. And Kimmy, I'm glad you finally came to that conclusion, but he's not a good guy, y'all. Thank you, Nikki, for the super sticker. He's not a good guy. I'm sorry. It is what it is. Thank you, Jesse Ray. Marceau said he blocked Maurice at the housewarming. Yeah, they're very passive aggressive. They were sitting there chummy, but they beefed out. And if you think that Maurice isn't trying to open up a restaurant on that land that Kimmy wants to turn into a place to help kids and, do after school programs, if you think that's not about competing with Marceau, you're fucking tripping. That's another thing. Maurice and Marceau are always competing with each other, which is childish as fuck. Grow up. Like, I know y'all probably have made sense in y'all mind. Sorry, y'all. I know that y'all have probably made sense in y'all minds about why y'all do the things y'all do. Like, oh, we're competitive with one another, so it pushes us to do better. It pushes us to be better because we have this natural competitiveness. But then what it actually ends up doing is shifting your focus and making your focus not where it really should be, because y'all are trying to compete and y'all really shouldn't be. Y'all should be trying to like do things together and help each other instead of competing with one another. And that's secretly what y'all are doing. I almost feel like y'all don't want everybody to know exactly how beefed out y'all are. But another thing that I noticed that I wanted to mention is that I feel like Martell has gotten worse. I think the Kevin Samuels effect of him losing Mel and not really having anything after. He's bitter, he's angry, and he goes and listens to people that down talk powerful women, and that makes him feel better. And now he is doing the same thing with I'm putting on my nice suit and I'm beautiful, so women will still want me, but I'm talking complete and utter fucking nonsense. I'm still not taking accountability. And now I'm even more volatile towards women. So any woman that's going to date Martell, just be prepared. You know what I'm saying? Like, be prepared, because I don't know what y'all are looking at, but I've started to realize that y'all don't see what I see sometimes. And that's cool. But he's unstable, he's not right, and he's not getting help. And because of that, he's going to continue to get worse in the relationships that he's in. He's unraveled a bit since Mel left. So when he moves on into the next relationships, that unraveling is going to happen even more so. Yeah, he can't hide it anymore. He can't hide the misogyny, the toxicity, the low self-esteem. Even though he's so beautiful, I want y'all to realize that Martell is always walking around looking like an empty man to me. All y'all talk about is how beautiful he is. And when I look at him, he looks empty and vacant. And that's a very dark and scary place for a man to be in. For like almost like a kid-like happiness about being an agent of chaos, like sneaky like. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't be seeing it, but when I look at him, that's what I see. And I feel like there's a lack of emotional intelligence, there's a lack of compassion. All of those things make him a bad guy to me. So I really wish that Martell was different. And I think it would only take him actually wanting to be different. But he doesn't think he needs to be different. He doesn't think anything's wrong with him. And so because you don't think anything's wrong with you, because you don't think there's anything that you really need to change about yourself as a man, because you don't want to take responsibility fully for the part you played in all of this and the part you continue to play, you're going to continue to unravel and you're going to continue to lose your shit. So yeah, I mean, there are going to be women that you're going to be able to suck the life force from in the meantime, sure. Because there are a whole bunch of insecure women that will look at you and feel like, oh, you're so beautiful and all these women are crazy, until they're the object of your bullshit. Thank you, Nikki Friends, for the super sticker, super chat. What the fuck, YouTube? I didn't get an alert and you started. Child, you know they be playing with me all the time. It's bullshit. Y'all see how he couldn't get out of a scene without talking about Mel, right? Destiny and Tiffany meet up. That was cute. a part of me feels like Destiny is just trying to have relationships with people so that she can film outside of Mel and so she can stay on the show because she needs the paper, and I'm not mad about it. I also think that Tiffany is showing herself to be cooler than people were giving her credit for. I think she has her moments. I think Tiffany can sometimes be a little bit messy. I think she is a people pleaser and also can be bluntly honest at times. So she kind of goes back and forth between things, like saying that Destiny agitated Stormy, but then also saying that Stormy was coming off like a bodyguard. Okay. Um, Destiny felt poked. Even though Destiny admitted that she came to the Valentine's Day event with an attitude because she had some personal shit going on, she still felt like Stormy was poking at her because she asked her the same question 3 different times. I feel like ultimately she asked you a different question. She was trying to gain some understanding from you, and you wanted to be a petulant child and not share what your feelings were because you're even mad that Stormy's there because, you know, that's your spot that she's sitting in, so to speak. Y'all, I know y'all don't want to see it. Destiny is a lot like Martell. That's why she still can be a friend with him, because there are a lot alike in the way that they cannot see or really take accountability for the part they play and the conflicts that they get involved in. And that's exhausting. You know what I'm saying? Jalen's party. Um, Maurice steamrolling Kimmy, her letting him, that happened. Destiny also once again seemed a tad bit on one. It could just be me, but I feel like something really is going on with Destiny, and I want Destiny to go get a real therapist, because she another one that, you know, my prayer warriors, people can pray for you all day. Go talk to somebody that can actually help you deal with your issues in a clinical way, okay, that use shit that they've studied. Okay, like stop thinking that your pastor is going to be able to help you deal with deep rooted trauma. Okay, like I'm just saying, Destiny, I feel like that's the missing link here. Okay, is that as smart as you are, you, I think, don't want to fully be accountable. So you don't really want to do the things that you need to do, because I think you need to go to therapy, and I think you need to like release some of that, because I think a lot of the ways that Destiny moves comes from a place of anger. And I think she just doesn't want to let it go. And that's why I say she gives me petulant child, because I feel like it's something she's holding on to. And I wanted to let it go. And she act like she's unbothered, but then she says little things like she did throughout her conversation with Tiffany, questioning Mel's friendship. Oh, y'all just go from being surface friends to now y'all doing this. Why are you worried about it? Destiny told Richie she doesn't know her place on the show because she's into it with Mel. And that's understandable. That's totally understandable. And that's why I'm not mad at her for filming with whoever she films with the exclusion of Martell, because I feel like they just have come together shit on Mel parties, because Martell wants somebody to talk shit about Mel with. He always wants to talk shit about Mel. And we saw that because he couldn't even get out of the scene without mentioning that she was changing her name. Bothered much? What else? Tisha and Marcel walking around the party to show that, you know, she was that girl and Mel was disinterested. Maurice and Marcel being messy, giggling like messy ass little bitches. I'm sorry, y'all, but that's what y'all look like when y'all are being. First of all, Melody is still like not even a whole year into a divorce, and y'all bring up Mart's around her like you're trying to force an emotional response out of her. And it's very fucked up to me that you want her to be in some type of emotional space pertaining to Martell in front of you. Like, my friend isn't here. They're not together anymore. Why are you talking to her about that? If not to try to get some type of reaction out of her, which is childish and petty. And I feel like it's really insensitive. And that's another thing that works on my nerves with everybody, is that everybody forgets that Mel is still dealing with the breakdown of her fucking marriage. Like, she didn't want this to happen. She didn't want to not be with Martell. She didn't want to not work it out, but she can't, because this is how he is. We've seen it. She can't fix it. She got to go. She got to leave. Doesn't mean it's not hard. Doesn't mean it's not difficult. So if she's in a space, why do you feel the need to bring him up? If not for the fact that you wanted to get a reaction out of her so you can make her the bad guy again, right? Nice try. It was cute. Y'all often think y'all are smarter than the women when it's obvious that the women are allowing you to be stupid. Oh my God. Oh my God. They so exhausting, girl. Destiny and Stormy's conversation. Listen, I don't know what's hard to understand about what happened in their conversation for everybody. I don't know. I don't know, girl. I don't know why it's hard. I don't know. But for me, if we are in conflict and we are trying to resolve said conflict, don't sweetie me. Especially when you're telling me that you didn't start it. I don't start anything, sweetie. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because the full picture of this situation is that Stormy is all of that shit you pretend to be. And that's no disrespect, Destiny, because I feel like essentially you have the capacity to be right there with Mel and Stormy and all of the other girls that are doing big shit business and are bosses and are living their lives and doing, following their dream. Girl, powerful Black women. You are very much on your way to that. But be clear. Stormy is already there. And so, one, she's astute. So you're not going to be able to play semantics games with somebody that picks it up quickly. Stormy picked up the sweetie quickly and said, don't call me that. If Destiny was the adult that y'all are claiming she is, if she had the emotional intelligence that she claims Stormy did not have in this moment, then she probably would have been like, okay, I'm sorry, Stormy. But I did not start that, Stormy. Okay, I felt like da. But what did she do? You got upset because she did not want to be called anything other than her name. And so you felt like she wasn't picking up on your tone when at the end of the day, you called me sweetie. The tone is clear. I'm not stupid. Don't act like you're not talking to me with a condescending tone. And you're talking to me with a condescending tone because I reminded you that the only reason why I knew who you were in the first place is because you wanted to do a sponsorship with me. You wanted my company to sponsor you. So you were coming to me for money, and then you're mocking my accent and calling it hood and saying I was being hood with you. And Stormy's like, bitch, you said it was hood. I was being myself. So you said a lot of things that could have been perceived as shade to Stormy. You're calling how she talks hood. You mocked her. You still don't see anything wrong with that. And then when the lady asked for you not to call her sweetie and to call her by her name, all of a sudden she's wrong. And Kimmy, when Destiny left out the room and you turned to Stormy and you said, well, you don't think your energy changed when, she said sweetie? Kimmy girl, you said it yourself. Let's not start in the middle. Let's start at the beginning. Kimmy, you said it. That's something you said on this show. Let's not start in the middle. Let's start at the beginning. Okay? And the beginning is she said something that got a negative response. I said, don't call me sweetie. She got mad because I told her not to call me sweetie. I was supposed to allow that, right? I was supposed to allow for you to be like slick smart with me. I wasn't supposed to clock it, right? Man, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here with that. Stormy clocked it, period. Period, Pooh. Wanda. Girl, how many times we gonna say the same thing about Wanda? How many times we gonna say the same thing about Wanda? Tisha, you sicked your mama on them people. You came in there and did the little, The little mama, you ain't gotta do all this, you know. And then you went in the back and said, well, they was coming at her. That's why she called them bitches. Marceau was like, no, that's not what happened. Your mom's up there wilding. Go get her. And she's like, they said what they said. They talked about me. So I'ma just tell you this. I'm not one of the youths that's gonna respect my elders to a certain degree. You see what I'm saying? Cause see, I pay my own bills too. I go and get a mammogram and get this grown ass pussy checked out every couple of months, just like you. I got a car note. I pay insurance. I'm grown. So understand, I'm gonna respect you off rip as an elder. But as soon as you step out of line with me, you're gonna find out how ignorant I am. And that's on God. I don't understand. So everybody that was sitting there dealing with that shit from Wanda is better than me, including Miss Melody Holt that didn't say a motherfucking word because she wasn't gonna give y'all an opportunity to make her the bad guy. Mel sat there in her cute little red dress with her cute wig laid and just ate her food. Wanda said Mel just looked like, I'm just here to get my check, girl. I'm just here to get my check. I am just here to get my check. Thank you, AJ Watson, for the super chat. Oh, that's what's up. My mom's birthday is May 26th, and we're both Geminis. Mine is June 16th. Happy early birthday, Bonnie. Thank you. Thank you so much. Happy early birthday to you and your mom. Thank you. Right. Kimmy and Wanda almost the same age. Exactly. Y'all quick to say Destiny didn't mean it like that, but don't want to give that same grace to Stormy. Y'all childish as fuck. Like, it's weird to me. I personally feel like Stormy handled herself very well in both of those interactions because Destiny jumped up first on that first interaction and she was in her seat fine. She didn't need anybody to calm her down. She was in control of herself. Destiny is the one that was out of control of herself. That's just not on that. That's how I feel about it. I don't have nothing else to say. If y'all want to see, you know, a full review and all of that, y'all will become members and y'all can get the link to the full thing. But yeah, I'm tired, y'all. I'm gonna do another call-in show later this week and we can talk about all these things. But until then, I appreciate y'all time. I hope y'all enjoyed this. And send me links to anything that y'all want to cover when we do the live in the Discord or on the forum. All right. So I'll talk to y'all later. Peace out.